Welcome aboard this 47 Great Harbor 2009 salvage boat.
This is also raised, so you have that good visibility out.
Because these boats are unsinkable. Wow, look at that.
You would definitely be able to crawl back there.
There was a concrete finger pier next to it, and it just kind of pounded on top of that. All right, guys, welcome back to the harbor, and welcome aboard this Great Harbor N47. It's a 2009. This boat is a salvage boat. There has been some damage. We'll go through all of that, see what we can find. Going to be doing more of these in the near future because, well, we've had a lot of hurricanes smashing a lot of boats up and down the coast. So, and I think they're fun. I like doing them. I'm still going to be incorporating other trawlers and other, nicer boats and newer, cleaner boats. But, going to strike while the iron's hot with these salvage boats, and hope you guys enjoy them. This boat will be auctioned off. I'll leave a link in the description area to Cooper Capital's website. That's where you'll be able to find this boat and bid on it. Let's jump in. Everything on the inside looks really nice on this thing. There was some damage done to the hull. I don't know the total extent of the damage, but we'll nose around and see what we can find. I brought my camera lady with me today. She's gonna help us out a little bit. Let's jump on the outside and then we'll go inside and she can show us around in there. So we'll start here at the stern. It's got a little bit of a cockpit, small. They've got this decking down, dry deck it's called, and I'm not exactly sure why they have it down, but they like it. We've got it on both sides. It comes right up as you see. Great Harbor has a nice textured non-skid, and it's a two-tone, little bit of a two-tone color. So anyway, you can leave that or take it off. By the way, these are built in Gainesville, Florida. These are a really cool boat. This boat is a 15-foot 10 beam. It's got a 2-foot 10 draft. So those two things usually don't go together. A wide boat needs a lot of draft normally. And it has over 3,000 mile range. So this thing will really get you there. It's got twin 75 Yanmars. So lower horsepower, which again helps with that longer range. You're not burning as much fuel, but you got two engines, so you got a backup in case something happens. Just a really versatile boat. Let's go to port here. Very wide side decks. Nice stainless covers on the vent covers, stainless cleats, but then it does have got a little stainless chafe guard here for your lines. Very nice big, looks like 2-inch piping on the aluminum handrails all the way around to the foredeck. This is a massive foredeck. I mean, it's a 47-foot boat, but you are not going to find many decks bigger than this. So it does have a lift on the up on the bridge for a tender, but if you wanted to have a tender here or even a small skiff, maybe even a jet ski, you definitely have the space. Got a couple Maxwell windlass for the anchors. Got a big Bruce anchor, it looks like there, and a Danforth. Got a wash down here and waste pump out. We've also got our pedals for the windlass. But a lot of room to run here. Here we've got more of the decking, assuming it comes with the boat. Not sure where they were using that. We got some storage lockers here full of lines. Now again, this is a salvage boat, so it's not exactly set up for showing, so we're doing our best with it. But some of the stuff we'll open as best we can and take a look inside. We do have the windscreens on. I'm going to leave those on. It's still allowing plenty of light to come inside, but you can see she would look pretty with those off, and the forward raked windows on the pilot house. Could use a little buff and wax here on the red. The whole boat needs to be detailed, but she should pop right out. Little wear there. Our lights, and looks like we got a forward facing camera. It might be just an infrared for at night. Now here we got our side door, a little sneak peek right into your helm. So it's nice when you're docking, you can just jump in and out. But we will, let's close that.
That's a nice door.
Very door, yeah, solid door. Nice ship door there.
Yeah.
Here we got the name, Great Harbor. Nice magma grill. Little extra bonus there. These things are pricey. All right, let's run up top here to the bridge.
Head on up the ladder.
We've got the cover off. It does have a cover. I'll show you a picture of that. And we've got a tender here. Let me see, what is this? That's a rib. And not gonna tear the whole cover off, but you can see it's a nice little rib, fairly clean. A little Tohatsu. I think it's a 10 horsepower. Nice cover. Covers are in good shape. So are the covers on that.
Yeah.
Bridge seating area, and these cushions look to be really nice. I like that material. It's not your typical like sticky kind of faux vinyl. Now while we're here, how about that Californian? Look at this. We're in between two Californians, boats you don't see too often, and we are sandwiched in between a black and white and a black and blue. Sister ships? Are those the same? That boat might be coming up for sale. Let me know if you want to see a video on a Californian. All right, so
I take it.
Back to the matter at hand here. You got your steering from the bridge. Of course, it does have steering down below. You've got a big screen Garmin here that's probably down below somewhere. Just very basic setup up top. We've got a radio, ship-to-shore radio, and we've got our gauges for our Yanmars. And again, all that bow space with nothing, no superstructure on there, and just this, you know, fairly compact bridge allows you to not have so much windage and getting blown all around when you're docking. This does have twin screws, and it has a bow thruster. Gel coat up here though has been covered, and it is very shiny, really clean. And there's some storage underneath. A lot of storage actually. That's a nice big storage. It's a starboard under the seat cushion here. And there's where, okay, I like to use the decking material because it keeps everything off the bottom so it stays dry. That's the big benefit for those. A couple of rocket launchers out back here. You could be trolling while you're cruising. Just imagine crystal clear blue water. Look at that tent. Somebody just built an entire tent around their boat. Made a spray booth. Probably doing a complete reconditioning.
What's wrong with that boat?
That boat is shot. That's an old steel boat. No, it's metal and it's falling apart. All right, well, let's go down below and maybe you can show us around down there. And while I'm here, by the way, a very nice stout stainless bimini top. That's a nice piece of pipe right there.
And it's got the bimini cover too.
Yeah,
so
and it has a bimini cover over the bimini, but it also, this radar arch can fold down. It's not going to be easy, but if you were needing some clearance, if you were possibly like on the loop or a certain bridge, you could drop it and lose probably 4 feet maybe. Steep steps heading down. Better turn around. Again, we've got the nice aluminum grab rails, and to our ship door,
did you
got
mention
some
anything?
rod holders up here.
Did you mention the swim platform at all?
Yeah, nice solid swim platform. And again, we will show you some stuff down below once we get down there. These things are known for a rub rail and a half, let me tell you. I've actually walked along those trying to detail boats. Solid. All right.
So this deck right here is fully covered, which is nice.
Yeah.
You can put out a couple chairs.
Yep, fully covered little cockpit.
And I noticed that this door here, it's a nice door, but there's quite a bit of a step up, which I didn't really see that.
Yeah, it's a pretty good step up.
It is a good step.
Into the teak and holly sole.
And you walk right into the main salon and the pilot house, right? Is it a salon slash pilot house?
Very bright in here. Nice light and airy. Even though now again, like I said, we do have the window screens on, so there will be some more light coming in, but even still, it's just very light and open. Really nice space here.
Yeah, you got good visibility out with all the windows, and all these windows will open for ventilation, except for, I don't know if those open, but you can see that these slide open here.
Yeah. Yeah, the forward windows don't, but the side windows do open.
Right. And then over here you have an L-shaped settee, and I would say it seats about 6 people, 4 to 6 people, and we have a nice table. This is also raised, so you have that good visibility out forward here.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it's
raised
up
quite
off
a
the
bit.
deck.
So this will swing open.
And this allows for headspace room in the engine room, I believe, is a secondary purpose of this. Gives you that extra headspace.
So this swings open and it does swivel. It's also high-low, so this could be used as a sleeping quarters, like double berth. You just add the cushions in there. So this is really nice. Here,
Nice cushions. What are those? Is that like a
feels like
leather? Yeah. Nice color.
So let's talk about this. So this was an add-on. So this is this could be a single berth here, but this could also raise up, and you have a bunk.
It locks in right here.
Yeah, it does lock in.
So it converts to a bunk, i.e. the backrest folds up and is now a shelf, and the lower part is a bunk. But you would not sit on this. You couldn't sit on that, put any weight on that. It would.
So it's not a proper bunk then?
No, that's not a bunk. This is the
So
bunk.
what would you use this for?
It's just out of the way. It's just storage.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Okay, you can go ahead and shut it now.
All right, let's shut.
Yeah, at first I was thinking it would have to have some legs under it to withhold,
Right.
and it's not wide enough.
Yeah, take a chance.
And
So,
really, I don't even know if that you even gained that much width. But anyway, that's
gain a few inches, probably 4 inches. And then underneath we have a lot of deep storage.
yeah. You'll notice on this
really nice.
this boat has a lot of storage,
Yeah.
including right where you're standing. Let's pop that open.
So this
that's
is
the bosun storage,
locker.
or could even be possibly converted into crew quarters because this is huge.
Do we secure this any?
No, it's open.
Okay.
It's good.
Yeah. It's not open.
Yeah, right. That
It needs secured.
this hydraulic arm isn't working. So yeah, don't let that crack you in the head or me. Hold it open. Real quick peek here. And this is completely closed off from the engine room. There was a bit there was a bit of a diesel smell when I first came into the salon. So not sure exactly why, but this room doesn't smell like an engine room at all, so it completely closed off again, like if you wanted to do something crazy like have crew quarters. Oh, what is this? Now there is damage done to this boat. I don't think this has anything to do with it. I'm not sure. And the damage done was the boat got up in a flood tide, storm surge, and there was a concrete finger pier next to it, and it just kind of pounded on top of that underneath the hull, along the port side and even along the keel. So we'll look at that from the underneath side, and we'll kind of try to keep an eye out for anything in the bilges and see if we can see where the damage came through. Maybe if any stringers were struck, affected. I'm not sure. If you're going to buy a boat like this, you definitely need to come see it, and you should, get a survey done. I'm not even sure how surveys work with salvage titled boats, but that's for you to find out. I'm not an expert, just a boat enthusiast, and here to help kind of show the boat off a little bit, see what damage we can see. And well, here's a little bit of damage. This is the only water damage I've noticed, and it's dry, but looks like we might have a little bit of the leak here in the corner somewhere. This boat was built by the owners. He wanted a boat to cruise and live on with a big family. I can't remember. He had a couple of kids, and he couldn't find one that was big enough, that had enough storage, and so literally he built the first great harbor, and They've been making them ever since. They were built and designed for like a small family to do long trips with somewhat of an economical, you know, power plant and plenty of storage. So that's what we got here. Here we've got all of our, we've got our Garmin multifunctions. We've got our ship-to-shore radio, our main power, engine power, windlass power, thruster. We've got our bow thruster here. Got the Yanmars. I believe, I want to say 3,600 hours on those.
Yeah.
We've got our throttles. We've got the side door. So if you were, you know, by yourself, or hopefully you're not single-handing, but you got quick access out here to the cleat, grab a boat hook and tie her down. In this seat here, you know, we've got a footstool. Definitely helps. Nice little captain's chair. But when you are not running, flip that up and you flip this up, or down I should say, and it's out of the way, and you've got nice easy access. Here we've got all of our panels, electrical panels, computer, radar, autopilot, VHF, horn. There's our 12-volt DC, and here we've got the AC, washer, dryer. It doesn't say dryer.
There is a dryer.
There's a dryer, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Trash compactor, below decks, outlets, microwave, galley lights, refrigerator. Yeah.
And over here we just have another little seating area for the co-pilot.
Yeah, open that chart table.
Yeah.
The charts have disappeared. Everything's gone electronic.
No, there's charts down in one of the rooms. So this is
Nice.
access.
Yeah,
No
nice.
more storage.
Yep. Oh, there's no access. Thought there'd be access to the electronics.
This is a nice dinette here, and the cushions I believe are in one of the staterooms.
Yeah, forward stateroom has the cushions.
So we're talking about storage on this boat. Take a look here as well. Well, it's
Yeah.
not storage, but that's
Yeah, that's
kind of storage.
Yeah, that's storage.
What is that, though?
That's one of the ACs, I do believe. But golly, this has got that huge high-low. It's got that nice high-low table, and then this is like this galley is like something you see on a 60-footer. I mean,
so this is a full-size galley. I mean, we have a household-size fridge here,
yeah.
and we have a microwave, convection oven, stovetop, oven.
Dishwasher.
Oh wait, that is
yeah.
a dishwasher.
Full dishwasher, and here we have a compactor.
Yep,
Trash compactor. They got a dehumidifier running. There's no sense of moisture damage or humidity in here that I can see.
Take a look at these. I don't know. I like these portholes, but they're easy to open. You just swing these little knobs open, and it just lifts up and clips. And you got some lights. You have some ventilation.
Air. Yep.
Yeah. Like today is a perfect day for this.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Outside. This is definitely a full-size sink here.
Yeah.
Looks like our house, basically.
Yeah, cabinet woodwork is really pretty. Very nice color.
Everything secures, closed. You can close it here, push it closed for when you're underway. I'm just impressed with this galley. I really like this area. Even though it's below and it's a little dark, you still are open to guests that are going to be sitting here. And you've got the day head here. You can walk right up to the pilot house. It's just, I mean, it feels cozy still.
Yeah.
So this does convert into another berth as well.
Oh, wow.
And some other models, they make it optional where you can change this whole space into another stateroom. So you can have a 3-2 instead of a 2-2.
Oh yeah, I think that was what the model was set up that I had. That I already did a boat. That was a 37 though. I'll leave a link to that great harbor as well in the description. But this is a pantry. That's nice deep locker as well. And the finish is, I believe it's just gel coat, but they've put the lines in it to give it a kind of a little nautical feel. And then the headliner is, I'm not sure what that is though. It's a hard finish.
So we'll go to this later, but this is awesome.
Sneak peek. Here's a sneak peek. at the engine room.
That has 7-foot headroom in there too, guys.
7 feet. And that's what I was saying, you get the extra headspace there under that high-low table.
More storage here.
This Corian countertop?
This does look like Corian. So here is the dryer.
Okay, so is that a washer-dryer combo?
No, it's not.
Oh.
There's a separate washer right behind me. And here is your washer.
Okay.
So,
That's better than having the combo. I hear the combos aren't the greatest.
Alright, and then to starboard we have the day head, which is really good size actually, and I like the finish in there.
Yeah, this is,
yeah.
again, I'm not sure if it's fiberglass, but...
So the vanity top here does expand with this added lift countertop.
So vacuum flush heads look fairly new, or at least clean.
Mm-hmm. And the shower, I mean, being full size, it's not full size, but you can actually...
Well, is this a tub? Basically, it's a little tub.
You can spin around in there, and it's got room.
Spin around and play with a rubber ducky. I think there's enough room for a small bath, really, if you wanted to fill it up.
And this is my favorite room, actually. I think I would use this for an office and then take a nap here. So we have this single berth with a lot of storage below. Beautiful port lights, port hatches. This one's open. Light ventilation. This opens up. Here's some charts that we were looking for before.
Yeah, we've got a really nice desk.
Look at that. That's great for an office space.
And here we've got a bunch of screens and even covers to completely black out the port lights. And this is a little bit of invaluable information. Look at these systems. I mean, we've got the HVAC, the generator, waste systems, electronics, all the manuals, engines, Yanmars, entertainment, the manufacturer manual perhaps in there. That's really nice to have.
I mean, it's really clean. They took care of this boat, so it's really sad that...
Yeah, funny thing, I saw this boat actually at a local marina in the water before the storm, and I was like, man, that's such a cool boat. I'd love to do a video on it. And the next thing I know, it's
here.
It's here.
But not for good reason, but...
Yeah.
So
this slides out.
Yeah. This
Hold on.
Something...
Yeah, right here. Grab.
Okay.
Okay, that slides.
Why?
I don't know why that slides out further. You don't... Unless you had an extra cushion to slide in there.
Yeah, so I was thinking maybe there's a filler cushion. Alright, now we're going to go to the VIP stateroom, and this is a queen berth.
And this is for the dinette in the galley?
Yeah, and this does convert into a berth over there. So we got the cushions here, but overall, I mean, you just see all of this storage space. Again, another desk, just deep storage there. This could also serve as a vanity, I guess. But I don't know if I would use this, but it's definitely nice to have. If you're living aboard, you need all of this space and storage. We got some access here to the foredeck and is that considered ventilation? I guess you open it and you close the screen.
Yeah, you can leave the screen, and then we got, looks like these hatches are going to go to the anchor box at the anchor line. Let's take a look. Yep. There's our chain at the bow pulpit.
Seriously.
Look at this. This is just
awesome.
Endless storage.
I love this boat. But look at here. I mean, I'm just thinking, there's more storage. It's got the teak inlay there. I mean, they paid attention to all the details here. And I'd probably put my shoes in there, actually.
TV, little entertainments.
Well, another hanging locker. So we got our entertainment center here. This shows you something electrical.
That's your hot and cold water supply, and maybe a shower sump pump. Like another bathtub, another little bathtub.
Yeah. Let me get in there. So yeah, this is the head for the VIP room, and we got of pretty much a full-size, could be a tub, shower. You can open this up, get some fresh air and some light. And we got the vacuum flush head. And there's no counter space because here it is. So we got the counter out here, which I like. So if somebody's tying up, you know, counter space and this doing their hair, their makeup, you know, you have separate access to the bathroom.
This pops up and it does have lights, but it looks like they burned out. Those were light bulbs.
Yeah.
That's not good. But they're out now, and it would turn on when you opened it, but I guess you don't need it.
Yeah, I really like that this is separate from the head.
Yeah. Instead of cramming it all in.
Yeah. Might as well. Little hooks for your towels or your coat on a day like today.
Let's see if we can see any, because this is kind of where the damage is underneath our feet.
Yeah.
I don't know if... Can't
Dry.
see anything there.
Would it ever be wet in that part of the belt? Or no,
shouldn't be, because it's so far forward and up. See, I don't know if this delaminating is just normal, or if it was from when she was rocking and rolling and banging. Oh, that's really deep back there. I can't see anything, but we're upside down. You would definitely be able to crawl back there if you were inspecting this. This looks like a super long stringer running somewhat down the middle of the boat, and I'm not sure. It looks like there might be a little damage there about halfway through. But it's good to see that you have this kind of access. Now look, yeah, I feel like about where it's halfway through, where I see the damage up on the seam, it looks like damage. I can't say for sure. I'm not crawling back there. But if you look here, you can see that little bit of light shining through. If you can, I'm not sure. Definitely seeing a little bit of daylight starting to come through. So I think that's where the damage is underneath. But okay, so the back side of this hatch, I'm in the galley now, and I can see where that daylight was coming in. That's that crack right there, and definitely looks like she started to crack a little bit from this bulkhead as well. So right there in the center, but as blue stain is, that's a crack, and then along the seam. So it's good news and bad news. The good news is you can see it and actually access it. You can stick somebody who doesn't mind working hard and in tight spaces in there to fix it. But bad news is it's pretty bad damage. And is it worse than that? Is this the only way you can get to it? So there you go. There's some more of the damage. I'm not sure, you know, if that's the extent of it, if there's more underneath, but there is some access to it. So good news, bad news. Good news, you can see the damage and you can get to it, but bad news is it came through, and is there more that you can't see? Let's also take one last pop up on this side here. See how much fun these boats are? So much more fun than a boat that's all perfect. There's all kinds of variables. I don't see anything like that here. It's not to say if you got back in there you wouldn't find something. Well, there you have it. Make your own decision. Buyer, beware. Okay. I bought a Carolina skiff that hit a piling, a floating piling, and it tore the bottom out. Tore the gel coat out and got into the foam of the hull. And I thought the guy was going to be able to just repair it from the bottom, but we couldn't. He had to remove the forward deck cap and get down and you know, build it up from the inside out. I don't know if that's what's going to be needed to be done here though. So that's for an expert to tell you, fiberglass guy. But we'll go take a look at the damage and the exterior of the boat now. as we work our way out.
First, we're going to look at the engine room.
Okay. All right, go
For
ahead.
you.
Open
No.
up, and then I'll follow you in there.
Yeah. I mean, check out the space.
Nice ship door with a little port light window. Very cool. Yeah.
You can kind
Wow,
of see
this is huge.
how much space we got here. So this is 7-foot headroom. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's clean. I mean, it looks really clean. How does it smell?
Yeah, it doesn't smell bad. I mean, it smells like an engine room. It smells.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of a smell, but it's not. I wouldn't say it's overpowering in any way.
It's dry.
Very dry. I mean, this is the build we're standing in. I mean, it's squeaky clean.
Yep.
Yeah, I was in that engine room on the other Great Harbor, and I really liked it. Now here we've got the starboard engine. Again, these are 75 horsepower Yanmars. Pretty clean little ticker. Our fuel filters. We've got our I believe these are your sump pumps for your bathrooms. You've got your master head, your guest head. We've got our chargers and inverters for the batteries. We've got our blower fan. We've got a sea chest here. This is great. These, instead of having multiple through holes into the hull, you have one big through hole that draws water in. You can keep the strainer clean by taking off this top here and keep an eye on it. And then you've got your generator and your starboard engine, and you've got your water maker, your port engine, your AC pump, all going into this sea chest, and that's where they're drawing their water from. It really clean and uncluttered engine room, and gosh, you just got so much room. This is just beautiful. How much room? You're a little tight getting back in here to the generator, but
We even got a workbench right here.
yeah, nice little workbench. Again, you know, you're standing here reaching up. I got my towels, shop towels. I mean, look at this. We got cameras too. We're on camera. You can keep an eye on the engine room, make sure nothing's smoking out while you're running.
I think this is like my favorite boat that we've toured so far.
Yeah. Well, it's a trawler, but the trawlers are generally smaller. This thing is so beamy and wide and flat feeling. It doesn't feel like you're in a hull. It feels like you're just in an apartment really once you come inside.
My home.
And it doesn't draft a lot of water. This is really a perfect boat for the Gulf Coast of Florida. You know, you're not out running in the Atlantic and heavy swells. You're just kind of easing in and out of Tampa Bay, Charlotte Harbor, maybe go down to the Keys, work your way up to Pensacola.
Let's do it. That sounds really fun.
We could definitely comfortably cruise with our 2 kids. What about our 2 dogs? Dogs gonna make it?
They would freak out at first, but
Yeah,
eventually they would
get used
probably
to it.
like it, yeah.
Even this nice little accent here, this little 1x6 running all the way around to hide the blinds. Just a nice touch, nice trim. All right, now for continual walkthrough of this 47 Great Harbor 2009. All right, well now let's get down to the bad news. You know, we had the good news. There was all the good news, all the beautiful interior, and it's such a cool boat. But there has been some damage done to it. So all I was told was the boat was tied next to a finger pier, and I believe it was a concrete finger pier. She came up over with the storm surge, and then from what I'm seeing and from what I was told is that it just bumped up and down and crunched and cracked on top of that finger pier, and that kind of aligns with what I've seen. But I wasn't shown anything like, hey, look here or look for this. I don't know anything. All I know is what I'm looking and seeing. I couldn't see any damage inside except for what looked like maybe some damage inside that forward locker. But what I found is first of all, I really love this color. Beautiful little flagship. What do they call this? No, flag yellow. I can't remember. Anyway, I think that's flag blue. But like this buttercream yellow, nice color. I detail boats, and the dark hulls, I stay away from them if I was buying a boat or having a boat. But these light colors are nice. They will buff out pretty good. Dark blue, dark red, dark black, and they are tough to keep up. Not so much this. The light blues, the whites, or the light yellows are great. So the bottom paint looks pretty good. It's rubbing here and there. You know, I shouldn't say it's pretty good. It looks like it needs a bottom job. But here's where you first start to see some damage. And you can see it was just chewing along there. All along the edge here on the port side.
Yeah.
And then it just gets worse as you go.
Oh, what a shame.
Underneath. Got some tape here. I'm not sure if that's marking something. But here you go. Let me see if I crawl underneath here a little bit. And let me see it. Okay. Yeah. Let me see here. And this is, yeah, that's going to be probably where I was seeing a little bit of that daylight shining through. It feels like this is about where I was at in that forward salon. This is all cracked and chipped.
Yeah.
Oh, I see more markings back there and like a dent. It's weird. There's a dent in that where that blue tape is. I'll run down there here in a second. This is all kind of just worn through the gel coat into, you know, the white is the gel coat. You've got black bottom paint, gray barrier coat, white gel coat, then you've got your fiberglass and resin. That's the pink. And then you've got it coming here, it's completely delaminated, and that's a big soft spot, and that ain't good. From what I read on the manufacturer website, is these boats are unsinkable. They will swamp and fill with water, but due to their buoyant construction, they are unsinkable. This isn't good though. This is the keel, the center strength of the boat, and wow, look at that. That's come apart. Ouch, that's sharp. That has come apart. So fiberglass guys and you rehabbers out there, let me know, can this be fixed from what you're seeing from the outside where it's easily accessed? More damage, and I got you guys like upside down and everything, but or is that something that has to have the floor decks torn up and the stringers looked at and fixed from the inside out and outside? That would be the, I don't know, $500,000 question. What are these things going for? I'll jump online here in a minute and we'll take a look and see what's available out there. But let's see here where that big dent was, because I'm always interested, you know, in these boats. As far as, here's the dent. You can't see the dent as well from up close, but from a distance I could see it. It had a bit of a dip there. It's surrounded by the, you know, where the tape is surrounding it. So
Nothing back here though.
Interesting. I'd give my opinions on it, but I shouldn't do that since I'm not an expert. She's kind of leaning those blocks a little bit. It might just be because it's kind of at an angle there. She's not going anywhere. We got our running gear. What'd you say? That one that was for sale is the same year?
That did sell was 2008, so a year older than me.
Look at that. Props are spinning nice and smooth. And somebody really took good care of this boat. Good diver, nice and clean. Twin screws with the keel and the skeg to protect you from bumping. All right, guys, so let's see what we got for comparables. And just briefly looking, it's not much. In fact, there's nothing comparable out there. We've got the N37. I think that was their most popular model. And I believe that might have been the original model that the builder made. We got this big boat. Look at that. The 47 with the bridge and massive superstructure on it. That's a big boat. I used to detail one of those, and it's a lot of boat. It's like a little ship. And here we've got the N37 again, and these, and here's a 35. They don't have the bridge, so you know it's a lot less boat there. Kind of, it looks a little bit. I don't know. I'd say it looks a little more. What's the word? In proportion than this one that we're looking at. But I did find, and so here's your prices. You know, they're pretty expensive. You know, 400,000, 2005, 625. They're expensive boat. Okay, here's two more, and not a lot out there. So hard to find. This is a cool one. I like this one right here. It's a pretty color. But I did find the old listing to this boat. So as I was saying, it's just, it kind of almost looks like this thing can go backwards and forwards. It almost looks like a little tugboat, a commercial tugboat. But here it is. This was, I'm not sure how old the listing is. It's not too old. I think it said a few months, but 600,000 is what they were asking at the time. Obviously, it's off market. Okay, here it is. It's June 28th. So, no, last summer is what they were asking for this boat. There's all of your information. Assuming it's right, Denison Yachts brokerage, which they do good work, sell a lot of nice boats. But you know, there's the specs, and so I don't know how much work it needs. Let me know if you do any rehabbing, and you know what you think this boat would take. Obviously, it's just a guess at this point, but just be curious to know, or if you're a fiberglass guy. And then we can kind of see how much you could save. Of course, I don't think I'm going to be able to find out how much it sold for, but maybe eventually. If you do buy this boat and fix it up, let me know. I don't care if it's 2 months or 2 years from now. And you know, if you wouldn't mind, I could come out and do a video showing the boat afterwards, and you could talk about what you did to it, or just show the boat off, whatever. Or if you do this with any boat, and you'd like me to come out and do a video, maybe a before and after, or even if it's just an after and you're anywhere in Southwest Florida, say Tampa to Naples, let me know. We're looking for good boats, cool boats, unique boats. They don't have to be damaged. They do have to be unique to a degree. Not really, just a trawler or something unique about it. I'm not going to be doing a whole lot of your Sea Rays and typical boats like that. But yeah, here she is looking pretty at the Fisherman's Village Marina, I believe. And got the bimini up. It's a nice looking boat. So I appreciate you guys watching, and more boats to come. And I've got a nice Swift trawler coming up. It was non-damaged, so it's going to be a real pretty boat. But yeah, I could definitely live on that. Senza fine.
It's a fine boat.
Yeah, it's a fine boat from what I can see, for a salvage boat and all. Thanks for coming.
Thank you. Leave a comment and subscribe, please.
There you go.
That bosun's locker is great for storage for long distance travel,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, like I said, if you can go 3,000.
Redo it.